What's going on, everyone? It's Sean Mitchell, Denver real estate agent with Code Listings, and this is your March 2021 real estate market update for the Denver area. And it's happening just as I expected. This is becoming an incredibly fierce market with super low inventory and lots of buyers, which is making this market hyper competitive. Houses are getting bid well above asking price. And at the end of this video, I'll give some tips on what's working for my buyer clients. And if you're a homeowner and you're ready to sell, we need you, a part of this team here. We need you to help solve this inventory challenge here. So please consider putting your house on the market, and I'd love to apply for the job. Now, let's jump into some key metrics for this market and what I make of it. We're going to cover several things here. The first one is median days on market. We'll cover months of housing inventory for single family homes, number of new listings, median sale price, mortgage rates, the Denver area unemployment rate, and I'll take some of your questions from social media. Off the top right here, median days on market is sitting at 4 days. It's an average of 19 days. So as you can see here, the cumulative days on market for both average and median are incredibly low. They haven't been this low. I don't know of a time actually that they've been this low. It's quite remarkable. The moment that houses are going on the market, they are going under contract within days, and they're not even lasting through the entire weekend. They're in some cases 24 hours, 48 hours. This is very reminiscent of some things that I used to hear in other markets outside of Colorado. We are becoming California. We're becoming some of the markets on the East Coast, and a lot of my real estate agent friends in Austin have long talked about how this is happening to their clients, and here we are. We have it happening in the Denver area. It is quite a sight to see this so competitive. Months of housing inventory is sitting at 1 month, and not much has changed here, to be honest. We've gone between 1 and 2 months. Back in December, it dipped below 1 month. I'm hoping that we see a little bit of an improvement as we move into spring and the summertime. I think we will, actually. More houses will go on the market. Usually the warmer months are where people just get that bug to sell their house and buy another one. Number of new listings, 3,099. And things are starting to pick back up again, but still, it seems like anecdotally that there are way more buyers this year that are having problems finding houses than I've ever experienced in my real estate career. So to be honest, there's just not enough inventory. We need more. We need more to go on the market. We need more sellers to put their houses on the market. And if you do that, you're going to do very, very well. Median sale price is $525,000. Average is $624,708. We're going to see a huge jump this year, and that's just a nature of these buyers who are overbidding. In fact, I just had some clients who submitted an offer and thankfully got it under contract for $65,000 over asking price. And that's just you're going to need to be aggressive. If you're a buyer in this market today, you're either going to need to shop below what you're approved for if you're getting a loan, and knowing that you're going to bid well over asking price and still stay within that budget that has been allotted to you. Mortgage rates, the 30 year is at 3.09, 15 year is at 2.4, and the 5/1 adjustable at 2.79. We've seen just a slight uptick here. Here's a 12-month look back. Still though, very, very good. I mean, can you imagine buying in 2019, January of 2019, at what was one of the peak rates for the 30-year fixed, and now they're significantly lower by a point and a half. Unemployment rate for the Denver area is sitting at 7%. Keep in mind, this is preliminary. That's compared to the national average of 6.3%. We did see an uptick towards the end of the year. I think that this will continue to go down, as I've said in previous videos. more businesses are opening back up again, more people are getting the COVID vaccination, and people are going to be out more. So I think that people are going to get back to work, and we're going to see this unemployment rate start to fall again. All right, let's go for some questions here from online. We've got Landon, who asks, which are some of the loft buildings with the best amenities? Thanks for everything you do, Sean. Thank you for your question. I would say in general, newer loft buildings are going to offer more amenities and more specifically amenities that people care about today. When you go into older loft and condo buildings, they do offer some amenities, but when you have a building, it is fixed and it's hard to upgrade or add additional amenities in. But if you're in the Colorado area, I'd say some of those basic ones that you want to keep an eye out for is probably a fitness facility, parking garage, underground parking, that sort of thing. Some condo and loft buildings offer things like room service and dry cleaning. It depends on what's most important to you, but I would definitely keep an eye out for parking. Parking is key, especially if you're moving to a downtown area where things are very compact. Having a deeded parking spot or assigned parking spot will be really important. Brian asks, have you seen any Bitcoin real estate transactions happen yet? Not in Colorado, but I did a quick search and it does look like there are some listings now that are on the market and accepting Bitcoin. We've got one here in Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. I see one here in New York, New York. We've got one in San Francisco, St. George Island, Florida, Port Crane, New York, Glendale, California, Miami, Florida, another one from Miami, Florida. We even got one in Utah. So the question is, will Bitcoin be more commonplace to purchase a home or anything for that matter? I think it's probably too soon to say just yet, but to me it's really fascinating to see these alternate ways of purchasing real estate like Bitcoin. Next question, how will rising interest rates impact the market? Probably not too much in the short term. It would have to increase significantly for it to have a negative impact or drag on the real estate market. As I said earlier, even just 12 months ago, 24 months ago, the interest rate was a percent and a half higher than it is today. People were buying back then. The market was strong back then. And now today, the interest rates are even lower. People are buying. So I think if it ticks up again, we'll probably be okay. The supply and demand that we have in the Denver metro area is just too good to impact that in the short term. BJ asks, when will the dam break? Not that it matters. I already paid top dollar. I am selling 2 houses though, so hopefully it holds up for a couple more months. Yeah, I think you're going to be fine. The demand is just so impressive. I've never seen anything like this, and I know a lot of my real estate friends are saying the same thing. It's just a remarkable market. It's a remarkable time to be in real estate, and it's a remarkable time to be shopping, buying and selling real estate as well. You've got to be crafty. You've got to have a real estate agent who has an idea about how to get things under contract. And if you're selling, this is my plug again, if you're considering selling a house, there's no better time to do it than now. And this is not a superlative or an exaggeration. You could almost name your price and you would likely get it. So BJ, I think you'll be fine in the next couple of months. I think this year, 2021 for real estate will be incredibly strong, remarkably strong for anyone who is selling their house. Now, buying is a different story. You will need to be tactical. You will need to move fast, and hopefully you're ready to buy, because if you wait too long or if you think about things too long, you may miss your dream home. Next question comes from Carrie. What is the going rate for a 3-bedroom home around Denver U? I'm guessing you mean Denver University. So let's go take a look at the average. It's 3-bed, 3-bath. And we're looking at a total square footage of just over 2,200. And it looks like the closed price is just over $741,000. And when we look at median, we've got some parallels here. Total square footage is just under 1,900 square feet and a closed price of $620,000. So depending on which area around DU you buy in will depend on what price you pay. And you couldn't get into some areas unless you're willing to pay north of $1 million. So really great question. Fascinating area. It's a real interesting mix of high-end and luxury, as well as smaller bungalows from the mid-century that are in and around the university area. So what can you do if you're thinking about buying a house? Well, as I've sort of peppered throughout this video, you have to be really serious, and this is not for someone who is slow to make a decision. If you find a house that you really, really like, you have to move fast on it. That also means that you have to have already been through the pre-approval or pre-qualification process, and I would highly recommend that your lenders submit your information to underwriting. That way you can move really fast. Things like a 3-week close, minimal objections to things on the inspection will definitely improve your chances of getting an offer accepted. And just knowing exactly what you want and being ready and willing to pay over asking price is almost a requirement in order to get that house that you like. Now, if you're a seller, please, 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 please consider selling your house. You're in a really good position. This is certainly a top end of the market, and if you've been in your house for 5, 10, 20 years, you're going to do really, really well. And if you're considering it, I'd love to just talk through the options and see if it even makes sense. My contact information will be at the end of this video. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments or send me an email or give me a phone call, and I'd love to be a resource for you. Sean Mitchell, Denver Real Estate Agent. This is your March 2021 Real Estate Market Update for the Denver area. I'll catch everyone on the next one.